Good morning, my friends. It will be posted in the morning, but it's Friday. I don't know if my eyes are deceiving because I see everything very foggy. And tomorrow you will have a lot of entertainment. Don is starting rallies, so there will be a lot of things to talk about. We had a lot of entertainment today. There was storm in Alberta, in Red Deer, and I got hit by hail when I was collecting some stuff from outside of our store. No fun, but the weather is still very hot. So it's hot, cold. I have to tell you, Jill Biden had birthday yesterday, or 2 days ago, I think yesterday, 70 years old. She looks like her posture, her movement, it's like girls in the 20s can envy her. She's wonderful. You can be extremely proud of your first lady. Okay, and I thought about Steve Bannon today, and I thought that he will be sick, so I have to share with you. He might get hit by something, maybe heart attack or something like that, but I saw him being in a bed. And Biden will try to backstab Biden. Putin will try to backstab Biden. I saw them dancing together, and Putin is using his hand with some weapon on the back. So we have to watch, we have to pray for Biden's, both of them, but especially for your president. Okay, I will start answering your questions. Amalam. How much? That was. First, I will start with crisscross. I posted video today morning, but I should say yesterday because it will be posted. This one will be posted tomorrow. Crisscross. You confuse me. Do you mean having Donald's presidency removed as taken away, or do you mean his presidency is restarted, given back? No, I don't think he will be given back his presidency, but he will cause the avalanche. I saw him causing the avalanche. So he was the one who went first on top of the mountain, and he was making noise. The noise is not allowed in the places where the avalanches are expected. No movement of any vehicles or anything like that. So if he will be causing some problems, after avalanche, they will remove him and he will go somewhere for quiet time. So no, I don't think he will be that lucky to stay in the power, but he will cause a lot of drama and casualties. So he is hoping for those recounts, and that will be explosion, as I said, of babies' diapers, and so that will be a big thing. Amlam. I'm tired in the evening and my letters are dancing. How much longer people of North Korea must suffer under the cruel dictatorship of Kim Jong-un? Why is he allowed to do this, and the world is quiet. I saw the kettle being boiling and boiling and boiling. Eventually, they usually cause problems, but I think it will be eventually they will, they can boil inside, but they are not really allowed to have any rallies, and they are so afraid to open mind, speak up to each other, because every friend can be worst enemy. They are so obedient, so treated so badly, so they are not going to rebel until China will rebel. China will be the next after Russia will rebel. I think the Russia has the kind of weakest dictator. Putin is a huge dictator, but he is not as strong as Xi, and then Kim Jong-un is the worst of those three. They have to kind of rebel when there is a little bit weaker power. And in Russia, I think Putin is aware that his people are computer friendly. They know the situation in USA, so they will be the ones who will be first rebel, then China, then North Korea. And I will pull 3 cards for Russia. We'll see what's going on in Russia. They will start fighting. Angel of Swords. They will learn secrets of Putin, of his wealth. The secrets will come out to the surface and how irresponsible he is. He's telling USA that those on the 6th of January people were good citizens. Well, how would he be if they will start working towards him? He wouldn't think that way about. So the China, what will happen in China? I'm talking future, not yet. They will see what's going on. The grass is greener somewhere else. Thank you, guys. They will start the same thing, and they will go different direction for more quieter life, more stable. You see, in China they were controlling people so much. Now when they let them to have more than one child, because they let them to have 2 children, and now they want them to have more, most people don't listen to them. They have 1.3 children now. So most younger people are not thinking anymore in the categories we have to obey the rules, that we have to make a big families again. They don't want that. So that's rebellions. That shows that they are thinking more about themselves than about the propaganda. And North Korea, will they be next on the line? The journey will be the hardest for them, because they have to leave. Oh boy. Ooh. Well, yeah, they were living in everyone had to love all the dictators from the same family, but eventually they will change and they will have new leaders and they will rebel. Nuts for rat. Will Putin die suddenly in the next year? And I saw the sun shining on him. I don't think he will die next year, but what will the cards say? Yeah, you have to wait. At least number 3. he will have to see a doctor, so there will be some health issues, and it will be all about the money that he still will be for the next 3 years, because 2 cards were number 3 and Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups to me is the doctor, so the next 3 years he is kind of safe. Louise DeJoy, future of Postmaster DeJoy. And I saw, when I closed my eyes, I saw officer being degraded. You know, that they take all the symbol of the power, and that will be and the next thing is to take the officer to court. So, and if you remember, before he started, I saw this as horrific accident in Paris in late 1800s. The train was hanging from the second floor of the railway station. You can check, because it was on the front page on one of my videos, and that was at the beginning. We didn't know too much about him, and I said that disaster will happen when he will be a postmaster of post office. Yes, and that eventually happened, and people who created that disaster in Paris, they were taken. Some of them were killed, but the casualties, but the ones who were alive, they went to jail. So I think he will go to jail. That was one of my first videos, I think, with Tracy. And yes, what is it? Moving forward, he will be leaning on the Empresses and the Star. I think he thinks he will get away. He still believes that his luck will be good for him moving forward. He is still thinking that Don Don will be able to protect him and that he is a big star. Somehow he is very unrealistic. He is going down, and he is still thinking that Don Don's people will help him. Some woman with a power. Who might be that? The Koch brothers and what's her name? That was supporting the Republican Party. Rebecca Mercer. Maybe he thinks that she will have something to do to help him. I don't know. What the result will be of Don Mac... not Don. When I see Don, I'm adding a Don McCann testimony today. At the beginning, he was cooperative, and later he was problematic. That's what the Nadler's opinion was about him. So first he left the office, the room when they were interrogating Don McCann. Don McCann, whoever don't know, he was the lawyer for Trump, advisor, and he was interrogated by Robert Mueller, and he told him the truth. But when Congress wanted to ask him for testimony, he refused. He didn't want to testify even when he was subpoenaed, because Don didn't let him. But the testimony was already done to Mueller. So today it was repeating what he said to Mueller. And so Nadler, he has the seniority in the Congress. He was in that room, and first he said, "Oh, he is very cooperative," blah blah blah. 15 minutes later, he was saying he is problematic, so he is causing problems. So I would like to know more what was all about. Will we see soon the charges of obstruction of justice related to Donald Trump? Now the Department of Justice will have to deal with it. So what was that all about? He didn't want to make some decisions. They wanted him to be more as decision maker, and he didn't want to. He said that he was doing his job, nothing more, and he wanted the best outcome, the best harvest for the country. So he was advising Don not to fire Mueller, because that was the accusation. So he feels safe, and he will be safe, but he tried to avoid probably some questions. Carol S. Will Kamala Harris be successful in her challenges Biden has given to her? Immigration and voting rights and so on. Stable of Aucas. From the mythology of Greek mythology, there was a place impossible to clean. And then Aucas was the mythological king of Elis, and Hercules offered that he will clean that place that was not cleaned for 30 years, and there was 3,000 oxes all the time in that stable. So it was like a symbol of impossible job to do it. That came to my mind when I was asked that question, and I think, but Heracles, he cleaned it. He put a river through that stable, and it cleaned everything. So it was possible. But it looks like she will have to use all the resources, all the money that they have, and it's overwhelming amount of money and resources. So I don't know if she will be able to clean it, because I don't know if she will be able to do that kind of projects. Yeah, she will put a lot of love, a lot of security, a lot of money, and she will be working like a man, like a Heracles. I can't imagine her being completely successful, but she will try at her best. Starlight Glazer. Would a new one of Trump's sisters flip on him? And I saw them standing on top of the castle fence, and those castles were sometimes so not the fence, the wall of the castles were very high, and they are standing there, and one is pouring on him a water. So I think the one who was a judge, who lost her position, eventually she will pour a water on Trump, so she will be probably testifying against him. And I think her name is Mary. He was very proud of her, but we know how she thinks about him, because niece Mary recorded her aunt, so we know that Mary, the sister, didn't have a good. She didn't gave a good reputation to about Don. So she said that he is pathological liar, and Don she will show how little he was thinking about work, how unfriendly he was towards projects. He was thinking about putting money and in his own pocket, and eventually that will cause as well him to go and be indicted. Cards, because I have few more questions and I use so many cards already. Angel G. Will Dondon's children have to change their names to live in the peace in the future? I don't know if the sons will change, but I saw Ivanka changing. She will remarry. And I think Kushner will change not only the name, but he will change his look. There will be completely transformation with Kushner, but Ivanka. I'm thinking about Ivanka. Ivanka will be worried about finances, so she will marry someone that will love her. So she will marry a man from the other country behind the ocean, will come and save her because she will be needy of support, and he will help her to change her name. And Angel G. will Mary Lloyd. Do you see any more stimulus checks? If so, when? They will be talking about stimulus checks, but it will be closer to the middle terms, I believe. Somehow it will be related to make people to vote for Democrats. So that will be related politically, time-wise. But maybe there will be another ones before, who knows. Big change. People will have to be worried, stand up for, because they will be worried. The valuation will be very high probably, and people will be asking for more checks, and they will be fighting. They will have to supply them, because there will be some people who will be upset about the devaluation of the money. Okay, and Judy T. She's asking, how is my husband feeling? He is still waiting for to be connected with the doctor from hernia, so I have to pray for him, because of the virus, no one is doing operations, so he didn't start his radiation before he will start first they have to operate the hernia, and he got 2 of them. So the guy who is never stop being busy, which is great. And please pray with me for his help, for help of